Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to bring you along to my journey of finishing up this round of cards that I had no intentions of bringing to the channel. I was just wanting to watch some Netflix or HBO Max and just craft. And I had these leftover pieces, and I'll show you the paper pack, and I thought these would make really good like a paper piecing project. So that is what we're going to do. And I think I'm going to use this die, although I'm not 100% certain that I will, but I think that I might. It's called the Perfect Tie from the Stamp Market. I went ahead and cut my backer down for my paper piecing. Now, why do I have this piece and how did I make it? Well, let me bring it over. I am into this whole photo frame or Polaroid look to cards. So I went ahead and made this card, and I made it into a shaker card. Again, I don't have a video over this. This was just for my fun. And I turned it into a shaker card, so I made multiple cuts using this out of my scrap papers. Well, because of that, I have about 3 or 4 of them, and I created another card. This is the Sweetest Birthday Wishes. This is from scrapbook.com, and then I pieced these two together. And this was actually a result of me cutting out this frame, this Polaroid from this, right? So I had left over and I was about to toss it, and I said, I can use these too. So I went ahead and made this one, and now I'm going to make another one, really simple, and just paper piecing it. So let me bring in the paper pack. So this is from scrapbook.com, called the Berry Sweet Pattern Collection. You have 5 sheets of each pattern. So you have, I'm just going to kind of flip through it real quick, but you have this really pretty paper pack. Love it. And then you have some solids, and then these really sweet designs. I really like the pinks in this one, and then I don't really care for these in the back, but looks like I did use it for something. Oh, I used the red probably. Okay, well anyway. So what we're going to do, this was actually a scrap piece of paper when I was cutting this out that I had in my bin, and I actually didn't realize how centered it was, and then I'm like, oh yeah, let's use this. So this is just as an FYI, this is a 5 by 3.5, so this is a 5 by 3.5, so it's like a piece like this, and I just put this on here, and then this is the result of that. And then the window, let me go ahead and measure it. I thought I remember. So it is, this is 3 13/16. So I want to go use one of your nested square dies to cut this out, or rectangle dies, by roughly 3 inches. It's the size of this frame here. Okay. I didn't make it up. Alright, so I'm going to move that to the side. We're going to make a birthday card, because I'm also going to be I even have one more, and I'll do that off camera. But I'm also going to pull in, I need a sentiment on the Polaroid part, so I'm going to pull in, it's going to be hi, wishing you a year of joy, or hi, have a very happy birthday. And this is from Pretty Pink Posh. Birthday sentiments is, no, sentiment strips birthday. There you go. Okay. So I did the math. Let me bring out my paper trimmer here. And what I'm going to do is, I don't need this anymore. Done creating with that. I am going to cut my strips into 3/4 inch pieces. Then I'm just going to bring this over to 3/4. I think I have enough pieces where I should be okay. I may need to cut another green piece, but we can always make that determination. Let me peel this off of here so that doesn't ruin it. We can make that determination later. Okay. Now that I have my pieces cut into 3.5 by 3/4, I'm going to go ahead and start gluing them down. And you could totally use your tape runner, which honestly might be, well, you know what? I want a little bit of wiggle room on my first piece. So I am just going to use my liquid glue. I like to call it my liquid courage. Okay, that's terrible. I just realized how that sounded. Negative. It gives you, okay, y'all got what I meant, right? Alrighty. Then we'll just put that there. Very good. And then we are going to bring in this one. A pretty pattern. I really like it. Well, actually, I don't think I might. I think I might be okay, but we'll see. Okay, and then we'll do this one. So this is a great scrap buster idea, because again, this was a scrap, this actually was a scrap, and then of course all these other ones are scraps too. So, and then the only thing that's not going to be scrap is going to be my card panel. This is my card panel. And let's see here, what else is not going to be my, and then maybe my card base. I'm not exactly sure what's going to be my card base. Put that on there. Okay. That should be just fine. Oops. Okay. And then that will go on like so. Now, do I want, yeah, I'm going to have to do it this way. That is perfect. So here's how that's going to look, and it just looks, oh, I love it. It's so pretty. And let's see, I think I'm going to do hi, sending you a birthday cheer. Okay, I'm going to bring out my Versa Fine Clear and Nocturnal, or Nocturne ink. Whoops. Okay, this is as good as it's gonna get. I went ahead and glued the frame to our pattern, and I decided we're gonna cut the word hi. Now there is a shadow layer, and I don't have the snips that are small enough, and my husband does. I don't know where it is that he has it, and he is currently sleeping right now, so I am going to have to just cut it with the shadow layer, and which is fine. I don't need the shadow. I didn't want the shadow layer anyways. So let me go ahead and get this cut out real quick. I might spread this. I like this loop-de-loo here going off onto the white. I like that. So I think I'll space this out a little bit more. Yeah, I think that would be good. And then what I'll do is I'll cut out a couple more layers of the word hi, just to thicken that up a little bit. And then and then glue it together. Oh, I really do like that pink. Super pretty. I wonder if I have enough space. I do have enough space for at least that part. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get this cut out real quick, and then I'll glue it together, the pieces, and then we'll start assembling the rest. As much as I love the pink, I am going to use this matte gold color. I went ahead and glued it all together. Now, the pink is really pretty. I like it, but does this not make a statement? And it kind of breaks up that pink. And then if I layer it, I think I'm going to do a really tiny layer of pink like this. All right, so this gold, or this matte gold, I don't have any like links for. Well, I guess I could. I gotta find it in my stash. So I did a video a while ago where I needed I thought I had, oh my goodness, this is not adhering. Don't mess up, Rachel. Ooh, that was a close one. I did a video a while ago where, gosh, this is not wanting to oh my goodness, come on. Where I wanted to bring this down. Sorry, I got distracted because I wanted this on here. But anyways, I did a video where I wanted like a gold circle, and I didn't have any in my cardstock collection. I thought I did, and so I ended up using, here's kind of what it looks like if you remember this. I ended up using my Cricut vinyl and just put it on here and used my I don't know. Oh, I die cut this out. Or no, I used my Cricut to cut it out. So I had leftover scraps, so I thought I would just adhere it to this. Alrighty. And then I was thinking I can keep this part. I have a bunch of them. Not sure how I'm going to use them, but I think you could definitely use them as like a, like create a pattern for the back of it. Let me bring that over here. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? I don't know. Maybe that might be too busy, but we definitely, in this, we still have some extra spaces that we could use this, and I have this extra, so don't get rid of those scraps. This is all about using your scraps in this video and how far it could take you. Okay, so I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers on here, so it's relatively thick. And I'm definitely going to make another card because I have all these extras, and we'll mat something on the back of it with this. We'll do another design using this mat. So we'll do that. I'll do that off camera, and then I'll show you guys after we're done with this card. Actually, I do need that. All right. So let me just, if I don't push this back in, it will get clogged. Ask me how I know. Alrighty. I need to trim down my piano now. You most certainly can give this some type, in fact, I'm going to do a floral background before I even cut this down. Perfect. Now you could glue this directly on here. Oh, I like the white on white look here. And I always like to tilt mine to the side just to give a little bit. Actually, I think for this one, I'm going to just leave it directly on there. And I think I have enough dimensions, so I'm going to go ahead and just glue this directly on here. And but you can add some additional dimension. Okay. Here we go. Nope, you will go up and over. Oh. Okay, well. Okay, it is on there, but is it on there straight? No, but it is what it is. I got on there. Could have done a little bit better of a job. Alrighty. So I like the idea of it curving off, and I like that you can see that pink. That is really neat. Here we go. And then our little dot, or our tittle. I feel like we all know why they're called tittles because of Kathy Zelski. I never knew this is called a tittle until I started watching her, and she was calling it. I thought she was just a wordplay. Nope. Rachel just didn't know. Okay, now I guess, do we need to add some shine to it? And I think we do. And I am going with some dewdrops because I don't want to take away from, there's a lot of pattern going on here, so I don't think that, you know, we should do a whole lot. So I'm going to do some tiny ones. And the last one. It's subtle, it's nice. It will work perfectly for how I want this. We got 2, and then the trio at the bottom. Whoopsie. And it will dry clear once the glue dries. So then there's our card. I love it. So pretty. Okay, let me get the other one done. So we'll have 4 cards total with this little paper pack and the die. So give me 1 second, I want to get that done. Alrighty, well here is this last card that I made from this collection of scraps. I just went ahead and used the green and the flower, really like that one. And then I did a strip of like this pattern here, just a little tiny strip for just a little something extra to cover the seam. I added some embellishments and then I went ahead and matted it with that pink, solid color. And then I went ahead and also used from, let me bring that over, right there, greetings. I used the hello my friend, just because this set only has certain dies that coordinate with it. You don't have dies for everything, and I'm sure they did that to help keep the cost down low for that. So, and I also used my Distress Oxide Kitsch Flamingo to stamp that because I thought that really accented those pink colors. So again, here is this one. Really love how that turned out. And then this is from scrapbook.com. I just added some embellishments to that. And then here's my little shaker card. Really love this Polaroid look. It's just like my new, might be my signature thing. I don't know. I'm going to keep on doing it until it becomes too redundant. But, and then there's some scraps there. So great scrap buster. Really everything was all from scraps except for this one. I had to cut this tealy color. I had to cut that down to size from an 8.5 by 11, but honestly, like when I needed to make my shaker window, I got the result of this, this, and this. So I was able to make 3 cards just because I wanted to make this shaker window. How sweet is that? No pun intended. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. All right, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.